Hi friends, it's Derek here. I was talking to fancy people, and my trip is delayed. Mission Detroit has been so far the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me, by far. Maybe not the best, but the most amazing. I honestly couldn't care less about the money. I don't care. Yeah, my car's broken down again. I don't care. I'm stuck here in Nashville for another day, probably. I'll probably be delayed until tomorrow, which means I'm probably going to push back my stay in Detroit until Saturday night or Thursday night. And I'm gonna make it back in town late by a couple of days. And Felix and Abraham are just gonna have to handle shit. Is it gonna cost me another, I don't know, $300 or so, $400 in labor costs? Probably. How much is it gonna cost to fix my car? I don't know. How long is it gonna take? I don't know. It's fucked up. Probably a while. The cops fucked up the front end. Getting arrested wasn't such a bad deal, I realize. Because, you see, the cops' turn is over. A double jeopardy applies. I'm free and easy. But that cop's not done. Because, like I said, my turn just started. I haven't even started my turn yet. Maybe I'll do that today. If I do, I'll definitely film it. Regardless, it makes me happy to think about that. I'm also exhausted. I spent a lot of days pushing through on a lot of Adderall. You know, right now I'm pretty emotional for no good reason. Except I'm tired. I slept really long sleep last night. And I'm gonna stay here in the Redwood thing again tonight. That's what I'm gonna do. I decided that right now. I was sort of like, well, let's talk to the Pep Boys first. Fuck it. I'm spending the day here. I'm napping. I'm working on videos. Tomorrow, I leave real early. I stop by Trenton's. Hopefully, he doesn't have class tomorrow. I will then proceed on into Ohio. That'll be Thursday. I'll push. I guess I'll push back Unify to Friday, unless I want to go by Virginia too, which I kind of do. I'd love to go by New Jersey too, see Kit Kat's, get her stuff. I'd like to stop by Connecticut as well and see Tiffany, but that's too much. I'll tell you what. I'll continue keeping you updated, but given my second car breakdown, and this one more substantial than the first, I'm not gonna have any choice but to delay the trip a bit. I'm not leaving anybody hanging. Everybody I said I'd visit, I'm visiting. Period. Thank you all who've already met with me for doing so. All of you who've met with me, I really appreciate it. And for those yet on the list, come hell or high water, I will see before I go home. Trenton, Ken, Nick, Unify.